Hi there, my guys, gals, and non-binary pals. This is me coming at you for another week of Supernatural My Lame Ass Reviews. Now, if you've never clicked on my videos before, this might be a shocker for you, but there are a few spoilers in this. Generally because I'm reviewing the video, so there's that. But yeah, if you don't want spoilers, stop watching, stop watching. If you don't care and you've already seen it, well, yay! So just go ahead and keep watching. And you can either click like or comment down below, or hell, even subscribe. I'm down for that. I mean, I'm into it if you are. But anyway, here's the thing. We're talking about season 13, episode 4, Supernatural, and it is called The Big Empty. Now, this episode was everything I needed this week. Oh, I so needed this. So, yeah, we have a lot going on. The episode starts off with Sam, Dean, and Jack going on a new hunt, just kind of getting into the feel of things after losing everybody. They need a little bit of the routine, a little bit of a little bit of the feel of the same old, and just to see how they work together as a unit, I believe that Sam was right to pull Jack out into the field with Dean. I think that it was good for both Jack and Dean in order to work together and collaborate. Sam does know Dean quite well, and so, he knew that Dean would need to see Jack in action a little bit more instead of just keeping him locked up and have this idea in his head about what Jack is. He needs to see who Jack is. Jack himself needs to figure out his own footing and who he is. So for him to do that, he needs to get out. He needs to have new experiences, and I believe that that was an excellent point within this episode. And I do believe both of them came around to new realizations, and I think it was a great way to do that. I applaud Sam for being the mediator on that one. I also think it's great where they ended up with the grief counselor. Sam and Dean really needed to talk about some of the things that they were feeling and some of the things they were going through instead of just shutting down. Like, Dean has been doing a lot of that, and Sam needed to talk about some of the things that were going on through his head and his heart and his mind. And, I believe that Jared did a wonderful job acting out that scene about Mary. And I think that, it really worked to open some of the more of the floodgates for later communication between the two. And I really do love the character growth that we are seeing between Sam and Dean, actually being able to communicate about their emotions. I am loving that character growth. I love the fact that Jack got a bit of closure with the changeling, because the changeling is also a monster, but the whole theme is that over the past couple seasons we've had them realizing that not all monsters are the bad guys. So I really liked that Sam and Dean just accepted her for who she was as a counselor. She's trying to help people. I really appreciate the show going in that direction, especially with Jack trying to figure out who he is as well. And let's move on to the big empty. What the? Oh, Cass and Misha. Okay, so amazing. Loved his acting. Give him all the awards. Holy hell. Love the accent. Love the acting choices, the techniques, the tics that he used when he's speaking, and the physical reactions. The fact that Castiel had to stand up against himself. He had to acknowledge his faults. He still had to stand up, and he still had to fight against himself. He had to prove to himself, and he rose above his own regrets, his own past, his own fears, his own anxieties, and he still rose above that, and he still got himself back. Yeah, I think it was hilarious that he was doing that by being more annoying to the empty than anything else, but he got himself back, and he got himself a new outfit too. Well, same outfit, but different duds, and I really like them. Misha was amazing. He had amazing acting choices during those scenes, and I really appreciated the part where the big empty said, "I know who you love." And we're just gonna look more into that later on. Maybe not in this episode, and certainly not in this video. I do want to apologize to you all because normally I have a lot of paraphernalia behind me for Supernatural. I am actually in a large place of transition. Last week I was less emoted or emotional. I was very emotional, but I wasn't emoting because I lost a family member the day before the day before Supernatural aired last week. It was really sudden, and um, the funeral was this past weekend, and it was just, there was a lot that I was going through, and the fact that all of these Supernatural episodes are dealing with grief and loss, I understand why Dean doesn't want to talk about it, because I shut down too. That's how I'm dealing with some of this stuff. So I may not emote or express. It doesn't mean I'm not feeling. And I think that that's, everybody's just dealing with their grief in their own way in the episodes. And I think that it's something I'm very much relating to right now with the loss that I'm feeling. And later this week, I found out that I have to move out of my new home and find a new place to live within the next few months. So I have a lot going on in my life. It's kind of a little bit in transition right now, so it's less exciting in the videos. If you're noticing there's a bit of a change up with maybe some of the backgrounds, or maybe not having my SPN stuff up, fear not, it will be probably back up within a month or so, so just give it time. Once I find a new place and I settle down, everything will be okay. I'm just in a really hard spot right now, so you know, everybody goes through their lumps and their rough times, and Sam and Dean can be an example of just carrying on and moving forward. And you know, there's a reason a lot of us relate to that show. Um, thing about Jack that I wanted to touch on a little bit is that I really, not a lot of people I've noticed are talking about this, but the fact that Jack said he doesn't feel the emotions that he thinks he should, and yet we've already seen that Jack's powers are directly related to his emotions. So clearly he does have emotions, but he doesn't know how to communicate with them, or interact with them, or basically just acknowledge them. So he is floundering as a human. It's almost like that's the angel part of him. Remember when Cass first came to us, and angels were very disassociated with emotions, and then Cass eventually learned how to acknowledge his emotions. He's admitted love, he's admitted hate, he's admitted anxiety, he's admitted fear. He's, you know, he has grown as an emotional being. So in this respect, I believe that Cass would be the ultimate guide for Jack in understanding and accepting and discovering his own emotions, because Cass came from a place where there was emotional disattachment, that he wasn't able to access those emotions because they just weren't part of what angels did. So I think I think Cass will be an excellent guide for Jack in this respect, more so than even Sam and Dean. Not because Sam and Dean lack their communications, the skills for talking about their emotions. They're getting better with that. The issue is more that they've always had their emotions. Their emotions are always there. They're human. They've always experienced them. So whether or not they talk about them, they've always experienced them. They've always expressed that they've experienced them. So with Cass and Jack, I think they have that commonality, and I think Cass is really going to help Jack with that respect. So anyway, this is me. I am coming to you from my room as it is until it is not. So I'm basically covering everything you've already seen with your own two eyes. And yeah, if you like my videos, again, go ahead, hit like, engage in some discussion. Tell me some of your theories on Jack and Dean, and how the hell do you think Cass is going to come back with Dean and Sam and Jack? Like, what is that meeting going to be like? I'm super excited. So yeah, let me know what you think. Give me some of your theories and thoughts, and I would love to hear from you and talk with you. And yeah, here's me saying goodbye, my lovelies. You be safe out there. Have good discussions and sweet dreams and all that jazz. I love you, my lovelies. Bye.